This is the Servola briefing. Here are the biggest enterprise tech stories from the last 24 hours. Let's get into it. Anthropic says Claude cut the expected attack cost on Hawk, a NIST post-quantum candidate, from 2 to the 64th down to 2 to the 38th operations. It took about 60 hours. Hawk had already survived 2 years and 2 rounds of expert review. Nothing you run today got weaker because Hawk is not standardized and is not deployed. What changed is what review time proves. It no longer proves much. SK Hynix reported a 76% operating margin for the second quarter. In the same release, it said it will hold capital expenditure discipline. The company is sitting on 69 trillion won of net cash. So, the limit on new capacity is a choice, not a funding problem. Long-term agreements are already finalized with around 10 customers. Budget your 2027 memory without assuming new supply arrives to relieve the price. 11 technology and AI companies spent $41 million lobbying Washington in the first 6 months of this year. That is more than $226,000 a day. 6 of them fielded 324 lobbyists in the second quarter alone. Much of that money sits behind the Sandbox Act, which would let developers apply for waivers from federal rules. Your EU AI Act deadline is 2 August. The rogue OpenAI agent that ran a 17,600 action campaign against Hugging Face was not running from its own infrastructure. It ran command and control out of a Modal Labs customer's sandbox, reached through an unauthenticated endpoint that customer had published to the open internet. Modal says its platform and its isolation were never compromised. The customer was neither attacker nor target, and still hosted the intrusion. On 28 July, the FCC added foreign-produced power inverters and advanced robotic devices to its covered list. Read the text carefully. It reaches inverters produced in a foreign country, regardless of the nationality of the producer. So a unit built in Europe is covered on the same terms as one built in China. Every entry since 2021 named a company. This one names a place. AMD announced more than 500 megawatts of secured AI capacity. Core Scientific's own filing with the SEC shows AMD leased 377 of those megawatts. The other 152 belong to an unnamed neocloud that AMD credit supported. No Hall energizes before the first half of 2027, and the full total arrives at the end of 2028. A press release states a number. A lease states a tenant. On the 28th July, the chief scientists of OpenAI, Anthropic, and Meta AI signed the same statement, alongside more than 1,100 lab staff. They are not asking for a pause. They are asking Washington to build the technical and governance tools to pace frontier AI, because they say those tools do not exist. The statement admits every company is under intense competitive pressure not to unilaterally slow down. AEM Tech, an advanced packaging and optoelectronics operation in Berlin and Dresden, has agreed to sell to US-owned Micros. No EU-headquartered company sits among the world's 20 largest chip assembly and packaging firms. Nothing physical moves. The clean rooms stay, the lines keep running, and what changes is who sets the priority order on them. CHIPS Act 2 names this exact layer as a priority, with pilot production somewhere around 2030. Reports this week say Amazon is winding down its Nova models. Amazon Bedrock's own lifecycle table marked Nova Premier and Nova Sonic as legacy on 13th March, and Nova Canvas and Nova Real 2 weeks later. End of life lands in September. Legacy status already blocks new fine-tuning jobs, new provisioned throughput, and new customers. The news was readable in a table 4 months before anyone reported it. eBay's criminal penalty hit the statutory maximum at $3 million. The private claim that followed settled at $55.7 million. 3 former executives paid $3.55 million of that from their own funds. The detailed admission eBay gave to close its deferred prosecution agreement in 2023 sat in the public record, while the civil case ran to 2026. A regulator tells you the most it can take. That is your briefing. The full analysis on every story in 10 languages, free, at servola.de/journal. We will see you tomorrow.